He even thought about the people that were going to find him. He thought about the people who were going to find him dead.
Literally, he was like, I just don't want to hurt anybody with the gas, with the carbon monoxide. If they open it, I don't want to hurt them. He was literally going to put a sign up on the car window because he was like, I don't want anyone to breathe in any of this. Like, I'm just trying to kill myself. I don't want to take anybody with me. Like, that is just heart-wrenching. Also, the part that got me was when he went with his sisters to go get ice cream, or his siblings to go get ice cream.
Literally, at that part, I wanted to cry. Hard. I wanted to cry because I can't even imagine, you know, like, your sister's not even knowing that that's their last moment with you. Like, it just feels...
That's devastating.
So fucking heavy, and, you know, I think we've only talked about suicide on this show one time before, and that was when we talked about Dorothy Hale and Frida Kahlo's painting. Yeah. And, you know, I just want to go ahead and reiterate that there is help out there. Trust me, I know that when you are in that state of mind, it is not easy to get out of it, and it is not easy to bypass the feelings, you know, but it's like, you don't even have to bypass the feeling.
There's nothing wrong with looking for help. Even if you think, oh, maybe I can handle this a little bit longer. Like, I don't have to do that. Don't feel shame trying to find some help. Even if you're not totally suicidal, if you're feeling like you're depressed, or if you feel anxiety, any kind of situation, like, it always helps. Like, you can be a healthy person and also get help. Like, that's totally fine. Do what you gotta do.
It's all around holistic help. Like, you know, even if you're a physically healthy person, be mentally, like, accountable for yourself and show up for yourself in that way.
Yeah, check up on yourself.
Because...
Check up on yourself, your mind. It's so important. Your brain is the most important organ.
One of the most important organs. You gotta treat her and love her with respect. And not to gender the brain, sorry. But you gotta treat your brain with respect and love. And, you know, that's something that I've come to realize as an adult. Not to make this about me, but it's just like, ask for help when you need help. Like, ask for help when you need help and you feel like you need help. Because it can save your life. And, you know, we just want you to be here on this planet and see all the opportunities that are available for you. And so the power that you can give to the world and, you know, just with your presence, I promise you, it'll make all the difference if you reach out for help. But again, I'm not a health professional, and, you know, I can't recommend what's right, what's wrong to do. But I just hope that if you find yourself in that mental state, that you're able to hold it off and wait and seek for help, because there are professionals out there.
There is always more options. There is always more options. You need to be able to see the fact that even at your lowest point, you don't have to stay there.
No, you don't.
You don't have to stay there. There are low points and there are high points. And yeah, thankfully there are resources.
We have resources available, so take advantage.
We do. Take advantage of them. If you're listening to us, that means that you have internet. So you also have resources to help yourself and take care of your mental health. Yeah, so do it.
Do it, please.
Do it for your loved ones. Check up with them.
Yes, also ask your loved ones. Like, especially during this time while being in quarantine, this is probably, like, the loneliest that people have ever been, you know? So it's like, even if you have that one friend that's, like, super jolly and super happy and you haven't heard from them in a while, check in. If you have that angry neighbor, check in. It doesn't hurt to check in, and, you know, it can mean the world to somebody, even if you just check in and say hi. Like, be there for yourself and be there for others if you have the space to do so.
I really just want to end on one last thought. It is November 2nd, and no matter the outcome tomorrow, we're going to be okay. The fight is not over. No matter who wins, the fight is not over. We have to be there for each other. We have to be there for pretty much everyone. you know, if you're an Indigenous person, a Black person, a LGBTQIA plus person, like, we gotta continue to support each other. If you're an immigrant, if you're undocumented, we gotta stick together. So yeah, so we
are a community as a whole, everybody, and we are only as strong as our weakest link.
And
so
allies,
if we come together,
come through too. I see y'all Caucasians. You better stick with it, because your voice matters. You know damn well your voice matters, so use it for good.
You know damn well your voice matters.
Use it for
good. Exactly.
And yeah, it's gonna be all right. It's going to be all right. So, we're going to be good.
We got this, everybody. So, first of all, I just want to go ahead and thank you so much for listening to that story, Dylan. I couldn't imagine that it was easy for you to listen to and relive that again. And, you know, if you guys want to get more details on this, the 2-part documentary on HBO, I Love You Now Die, has a 2-part series, and it jumps a little bit more in depth into Conrad's and Michelle's relationship if you feel so inclined to watch that. As you know, we do always have a Spotlight Foundation every episode. So this week's Spotlight Foundation is going to be the AFSP organization. Basically, they help with suicide prevention, and they help to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. So they do have a donate tab on their organization page at afsp.donodrive.com, and there's a couple of different areas that you can donate to. So if you can donate to one of the tabs that's on there, that would be super beneficial. They are a nonprofit organization, but basically a really good percentage of what's donated to the organization does go to help for resources for suicide prevention. So if you guys can jump on over and donate there. Dylan, can you tell everybody what they will be expecting from us next?
So next is going to be our Irks and Perks episode. So stay tuned for that. Also, we have we're doing 2 parts for crime and 2 parts for art this month. So stay tuned for those. It's going to be some fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for that. So don't worry everyone, we have some interviews for you coming up next month. But this month you guys are in for a treat, because we're going to be getting the true crime episodes, some art episodes in there, along with our Irks and Perks. And who knows, we might release something a little special sometime within there. Yes. But I guess you'll just have to wait to find out. Otherwise, is there anything you'd like to add, Dylan, before we go?
Yeah, well, I'm glad this episode went excellent. Thank you so much for this last minute recording. I did enjoy the story once again. It, it goes to show that we do need to stay and be present for our loved ones and for ourselves and for our mental health. So thank you for that reminder. Also, I hope everyone had an excellent Halloween and a beautiful Dia de los Muertos. Please continue to stay safe, social distance, and for the upcoming holidays.
Yes. So that's it for us from now. Thank you so much for adding in that last part, Dylan. We are Whisper Podcast.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening to Whisper Podcast. We're Zach and Dylan, and you can find us at Whisper Podcast on Instagram and on Twitter at Whisper_podcast. Visit our website and blog at thewhisperpodcast.com. Interested in chatting with us live? Send us a DM at one of the social sites or reach out at whisperwfpodcast@gmail.com with potential interviewees stated in the subject line. Cover art by Dylan Gomez. Editing by Zach Tyler. Music by Audionautics.com. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, and SoundCloud. Love the show? Please rate, review, and subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. We are a completely independent show, and if you'd like to give your support for the show and get a shout out on air with a special gift, you can find us at Whisper Podcast on Patreon.com.
Zach and Dylan are not licensed professionals, nor do we claim to be. Podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. If you or a loved one are in need of immediate help, we recommend that you contact a licensed professional or a hotline pertaining to your needs, which can be found on our website under the Help Is Here tab.